The kids are long-haired weirdos.
Hello? I'm not going to fit in here, Dad.
Ahoy there! Enemy sighted at 3 o'clock.
Who are they, Ofsted?
So the pupils are still allowed to choose whether or not they go to lesson.
Children don't have to go to a single lesson the whole time they're at Summerhill.
Freedom's a big thing to deal with, Maddie. You're not used to having it.
Ryan was skint last night. Today he was flashing a 20.
You crashed me up! Dad! Let me in! Dad, where are you?
Maddie, I can help you make a proper wooden one. Later, if you like.
Thanks, but I've got lessons.
Come on, Dad. Pick up the phone. Come on. Come on. Promised it'd be different this time. But instead, he sold the ass and he's disappeared.
I'm sure there'll be a simple explanation. Ryan, it's okay. It's all right to cry.
Who's gonna look after me now?
We are.
Oh, yeah. That's a lie too. Because the kids are going to chuck me out the next meeting, and you know it.
Oh, there you are. The classrooms are deserted.
That's because they're all in there. Again.
I can't observe if there's nothing to observe.
Morning. It's been passed that it can come in. This is a special meeting to sort out what happened with Ryan.
You were quite right about that boy, Myrtle. He needs supervision and structure.
Thank you.
It wasn't a fight. Peter never lifted a finger. Ryan just kept kicking him.
Len?
I can't remember anything like this. Well, perhaps once. I proposed Ryan sent home for a week.
I don't think that's long enough. He's a pain.
Send him home for the rest of the term.
It is getting serious, but I say bullies list for 3 days is enough.
If he has to stay here and live with people who are fed up with him, he'll get the point quicker.
Yes?
He went downtown on his own too, and house kids aren't allowed to do that.
Yeah, he should be gated for that.
But he doesn't know all the rules.
He can read the rule book.
Anybody else got anything to say?
I know I got up people's noses when I started here.
Yes, you were right, little toe rag.
But you didn't try to break anyone's nose.
All right, I didn't hit anyone. But I nicked stuff. broke whatever I could get my hands on.
And that was just the first week.
Kids have issues and get angry. I was angry back then, and Ryan's angry now. He's got stuff going on in his life, and maybe he'll talk to someone about it, but he won't if we just chuck him out. I propose that Ryan gets a strong warning for hitting me, and is gated for a week for going out of school on his own.
OK, we've got 3 proposals against each other. All those in favour of Ryan being sent home for a week? All those in favour of Ryan being suspended for a term? All those in favour of a strong warning for hitting Peter and a gating for a week for going downtown on his own? All against all? It's carried. Ryan, you've got a strong warning and you're gated for a week, OK? Thanks, everybody. It's morning tea now, and then lessons start for the term.
They're only cheering because they know they don't have to go.
Today, we're going to write obituaries.
What's them?
Well, it's
Obituary means a tribute to somebody who's recently died. Like a hero or someone brave or famous.
Correct.
I don't know any famous dead people.
Well, we don't have to worry about the real dead people. We're going to try and imagine the kind of life the person sitting next to us might live. Heather, can you start?
What about Peter, the first boy to circumnavigate the globe in a bucket boat made in the SummerhillE workshop?
Excellent start. Maddie? I'm sorry, I know you don't know these reprobates very well. So, how would you describe your life in, let's say, 70 years' time? Maddie? Just top of the head stuff. Don't worry about it too much, Maddie. Just let your imagination play. Let it play with shining, fulfilled, happy lives. Visit the wildest recesses of your imagination and just say hello.
And that is how Maddie Harper, the famous navigator, died.
Whoa, slow down, Peter.
Died the moment after discovering a glittering island at the edge of the world.
You rang my mum?
We don't contact parents unless it's a life and death emergency. And even then, not always. I turned it off while you were asleep.
I've got to get back to lessons.
Hurry, they're in the woods.
Who are?
They are. They're coming to get us. Here's a good place to trap the enemy. Here, have the catapult.
What? Really? I can use this?
You can't shoot at people. Just pretend. Oh! Ow!
Hello, children.
We're not children. Hook's been after Blackbeard for years. Oh! You're surrounded! Secure her!
I surrender.
Why should we spare you? Give us one good reason.
If you let me go free, I promise never to set foot in Neverland again.
Treasure! Here's my chance to capture Hook. Distract him with a wild shot.
Stop! I found something.
Now what?
I don't know. It's improvisation, so we'll make it up as we go along.
Rather sums up the place, I fear.
Maddie, do you want to help write the next bit?
How about, oh, Mummy, oh, Daddy, you think I'm so sweet and so good, but inside I'm evil.
Can we say that?
Of course we can. It's drama. Make-believe. So, what happens next? Maddie?
Perhaps you can ask your mum what she thinks.
Maddie, you got an idea?
Hi, Maddie. This is the 7th message I've left you. Please, when you get this, ring me straight away.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Cinderella who had a lot of issues with her parents.
Mother, I don't have problem with Daddy anymore. I killed him last summer.
She was, in the olden days, before child counselling and happy time medication, seething with inner rage.
Basically, I'm really disturbed. Die, 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 die!
Rose. No. Look, if Maddie's turned off her mobile phone, then that's her business. No. No, I can't ask her to turn it back on. Well, that's not how we do things.
Poor little thing. I'm not sure there's much we can do to help it, I'm afraid. Why? What's wrong with him? I think it's the runt of the litter. The weakest and most helpless. The mother often abandons them and leaves them to die, I'm afraid. We should probably just leave it and let nature take its course.
I'm not leaving him here to die.
Starving.
He's shaking.
It's probably cold as well as starving.
Him. It's a boy. We've got to find him something to eat, Peter.
Apparently you can use droppers to feed wild baby rabbits. Normal milk's all right for now, but it might be better to get something called kitten replacement milk. Here.
Thanks.
Cheers, Mrs. Inspector.
perfect for dissection practice. Thanks, Ryan.
Cut it out.
Try these droppers.
Thanks. You hold him and I'll feed him.
So, Ned, how do you know that the boiled sweet contains sucrose?
Because it didn't react with Benedict's solution. It would have if I boiled it with dilute hydrochloric acid and then neutralised it with sodium hydrogen carbonate.
Do you know why it doesn't give a reaction?
Because the reactive bits on two glucose molecules have been joined together to make sucrose, and sucrose isn't a reducing sugar.
The plant makes it like that so that it doesn't damage the proteins in its stem, like glucose itself would. I used to be a science teacher myself. He is super. Are you hoping for university?
No, just some GCSEs for now.
GCSEs? But he's working at A-level standard.
Ned only started coming to lessons last year.
That's impossible, surely.
When children decide they want to learn, they go like rockets.
Odd socks are like rabbits. Be 100 more of them by morning.
What do you think we should call him?
Dinner?
Dinner. I like it. What will happen to him at the end of term?
Well, he's yours. You can take him home. I'm sure your dad will come for you. Ryan, you're not the only person here with a less than perfect life. That's why we love Summerhill. It's like a real home.
That thing dead yet?
Yeah, that's fine. Just let me go. Look, they're too close together. You should spread them out a bit more.
The inspectors don't like the school. They can shut it down, can't they?
If the government wanted to close Summerhill, they'd have done it years ago.
Have I missed the meeting? You're for the high jump. Oh, no. Sorry, I lost track of the time.
I've heard from all the others.
Of course, Roger. Sorry. Baby rabbits only require feeding once a day. Sorry. Right. Here we are. Observations.
Are the children getting a proper education?
It depends on what you mean by proper education.
One that generally includes going to lessons.
There's one 14-year-old who's attained A-level standards in the sciences. And judging by those photographs, he's not the only academic high flyer.
Children who are inclined to learn are one thing. But what about the rest of them? They're allowed to fall behind. This is a failing school, Myrtle.
But what about the good things? I've written lots on citizenship Anti-bullying, inclusiveness.
Our job isn't to inspect children's democracies.
But what about the way the community has dealt with Ryan? You know, that boy. They've embraced him. I don't pretend to understand Summerhill, and it's certainly not perfect, but there's something about this place.
Magic?
Oh, sorry. Not disturbing anything, am I?
Not at all. Shall we step out for a moment?
We're going into the woods. Who wants to come? Peter?
I'm starting on the ship's mast.
How about you, Maddie?
All right.
Yes, come on.
Look, Summerhill is on the TBW list and has been for years.
TBW? Well, that explains all the inspections. We're pecking them to death.
I need to present our findings to Mrs. Redhead.
TBW.
Maddie!
Mum,
What's going on?
playing.
What?
I'm playing.
Yes, I can see that. And you're climbing trees, which I've banned you from doing. It's dangerous. Why aren't you answering your phone? And why aren't you in class? I told you to go to lessons.
It's like the exam. When I write, my head seizes up. Like I'm being blown up from the inside. Just can't.
Or won't.
That's not true, Mum. Please, listen.
All right, go and pack your things, Maddie. We're going home.
No! I love it here. I'm happy.
Now! Do as I tell you.
Get off me!
You must ensure that pupils are fully engaged in study across a broad and balanced curriculum.
But we listen to what each of our children wants to learn about, and then we tailor-make our curriculum and timetables to suit them. I mean, the school fits the child. That's Summerhill.
With respect, Mrs. Redhead, you don't really believe a child can be trusted to know what's best for them, surely?
That's exactly what we believe. Children can't fulfill their true potential if they're not free to be themselves.
How can children fulfill their potential if they don't attend lessons on a regular basis?
Oh. This is what this is about, isn't it? Forcing children into classrooms.
Don't even bother sending your children here.
These are Her Majesty's inspectors.
Well, lucky her. Do you know that the teachers tell the kids they needn't bother going to lessons?
Maddie made the decision herself.
She's 11. How does she know what's best for her?
Because she's got a mind of her own.
I am withdrawing my daughter with immediate effect.
You must ensure adequate provision is made for pupils with dyslexia. So, to sum up, Summerhill has many shortcomings, but the root cause of these defects is non-attendance at lessons. And this is likely to adversely affect children's future prospects.
That's just not true.
It is our opinion.
So, what happens next?
I submit the report, then Ofsted decide what to do next. I think you can expect to see me again in a matter of days, Mrs. Redhead.
There you go. You're safe now.
Len! Len! Fire! Over there!
It's the workshop, Ryan. Run to the office, quick as you can!
Fire! At the workshop!
Maddie! Where have you been?
Peter's missing.
He's in the workshop.
Will! I can see him, he's over there!
Will! Everyone back!
Will,
now! Everyone, get all the buckets you can get your hands on and fill them up in the pool!
Peter! Peter! It's gonna be okay.
How did it start?
We don't know. Ryan raised the alarm.
I bet some little hooligan started this deliberately. Well, somebody must have seen something.
I saw Ryan. He did it.
Maddie? Are you certain?
I nick stuff, but I don't start fires. You gotta believe me, I didn't do it.
6 months.
That's the point at which we'd start proceedings to close the school.
We've got to stay true to who we are.
We could take the government to court. You would need to raise at least £100,000.
What if we lose?